I'm hoping they do put me in a casket. He said if they eulogize me and just say he was a Michigan man, he was like, that's all right by me. That man loved that school.
Yep.
He goes back, accomplishes it all through a lot of adversity. Him and his brother obviously have a great moment. That team has a moment now that they'll meet and have reunions for forever. And there's, Tom Crean, former IU basketball coach.
Sure.
1 year going into the season, they were ranked 3. They ended up in the NIT. Some assholes in Indianapolis started a song that said he went from number 3 to the NIT. Now everybody's screaming, fire Tom Crean. That was not us.
That's a bar, though.
But we did hear it,
Yep.
and he did get fired. He's in that family of coaching as well. Couldn't even fathom how motivating and inspiring Thanksgiving is over there. But congrats on Michigan Wolverines. It was an honor to watch you guys.
Yeah, incredible.
The Talks Table was here as they were on the sideline last night as well. I think wearing the same exact shirt. That's at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. No change of clothes for the con man.
No change of clothes. I did not plan on the FBO2 here. Thought we were possibly stopping by the apartment. So sure, same shirt. Let's not stop there. Let's not stop there. Same socks. Same pants, same underwear. I smell like a hockey bag right now, but it's great to be here. Yesterday was incredible. Early on, too, I was thinking to myself last year, TCU, this is happening right now. Michigan's getting blown out. If a team has purple colors, Washington's getting blown out.
It was hard last night. I was saying
Michigan.
Michigan and Washington in my brain, very easy to.
Yeah, a lot of eyes.
mismatch.
Yeah, because Ing,
yeah.
in.
Right.
That was a tough one for me yesterday, especially with 10 hours on TV. It's going to carry into today for sure. But you're right. Purple in the national championship, as of late, not a good color to be wearing.
Yeah, I might have to cut them out. And if you do have purple colors, maybe start thinking, hey, maybe we change to magenta. Maybe we
or the all black.
All black. Go all black. That'd be cool with a little white and gold like Washington. But no, it was a fantastic game. Kind of felt bad for Penix as he's walking off. Nothing went right. We were talking about Texas watching that game last night's probably thinking.
How about Oregon?
Oregon watching that game. Like, you got to be kidding me. This guy couldn't miss anything all year, and now they're having all these non-Washington-esque plays. But Pac-12,
that's Michigan's defense.
They were flying around. And, Pac-12, they went out as a national champion finalist. Maybe they hang the banner a la the Colts in the AFC championship. But yeah, it was just domination by that Michigan.
Yeah, D-line, offensive line, mindset, the whole thing. Ty, speaking of mindsets, and what Connor mentioned there early was we were supposed to fly back last night.
We sure were.
But because of the questionable weather in Houston, and they literally didn't know if it was going to be a tornado or calm, cool skies, it kind of grounded a lot of planes. There wasn't a lot of planes getting in and out of Houston last night. So we ended up staying the night, leaving this morning. It's another slap happy Tuesday.
For sure.
Another slap happy Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of sleep, which is good, Ty, because I don't know if you saw it last night. While the college football national championship was going on, and Jim Harbaugh was winning a national championship with the Michigan Wolverines.
Yep.
Jimmy Kimmel spent
get
7
that money,
minutes
bro.
and 32 seconds.
Today's my day off, so
he did. And
I'm chilling.
Who are we
I
to
got
think
that
that
money this week.
maybe this Tuesday will come and we won't even mention any of this stuff.
We'll
just
exactly.
We'll just
move on.
We'll talk about how incredible of a
money,
day
though.
we had in Houston yesterday. What an incredible season we had for college football.
How good the drinks were.
Exactly. How much fun we had last night. Pizza Hut was there, which was again they do not miss.
They do not miss.
But of course,
last
harvest
I did, man. I turned it all into rosin.
Now
I got like a few ounces,
going from
man.
slap happy to I'm on
dabbing, man. I didn't give a
thing coming down over my shoulders here, and I'm just waiting for Rodgers to come on just to see what he's gonna say. So I'm excited. Yeah, you mentioned it. You were on TV for 10 hours yesterday, and then late last night, we tied one on and had a couple pops.
I'm blowing though. You already know,
some
bro.
Of us maybe
gotta stay elevated.
Bro,
if I show up to work and I'm not gassed, bro,
for the hotel to wake up this morning, but
it's not a good day. Not a good day, and I just don't perform well, man.
I'm excited to be here with you guys.
There's a couple bodies missing from the vans
if I'm
this
high,
morning. They were leaving very early from the hotel to make it to the plane.
My boy
Those
Bane,
people did have phones that were operating. They were called. Those people did have hotel room phones that were called and slept through them.
Oh, the
and
chat's
then there was
in
a
the way
health
a
and
little.
wellness check that you can always drop in there.
Yeah.
Where they send security into the room. And
let's have ourselves a good day.
I'm not
What is
saying
it,
Ty was
Tuesday?
certainly one of the people that was missing,
bro.
but Ty did wake up with a stranger shaking his body to make sure he was alive.
Rolled over to a guy basically saying like, "Wake up! Your car's outside right now!" That's a hell of a way to start Tuesday. So I'm I'm rearing to go. I'm excited for today. We're back, baby. Let's do it.
Ty and Nick certainly.
You're gonna start growing, but
the alarm clock boys were missing.
I said about
clearly
you can get them.
My room was right across the hall.
Yeah,
from his, and
luckily-
I could hear his alarm going
I live,
off in the hallway, and I pounded on his
I don't
door
own
for
the
a good
house,
5
but I'm
minutes and
cool with
nothing
my
happened. I said,
landlord.
well,
He lets me do
Houston's
what I
got
want.
Houston's
Yeah. See, it is.
Yeah,
And
I know it was
my,
gonna be a bad
I just live with
situation
my
where we were
girl,
just
so
gonna
she doesn't
leave you
really
guys.
care
I
either.
had no idea. Like,
And you can get
I
carbon
didn't think about
filters. You can get
anybody
fans
missing
and get some
the
big
shuttle
carbon filters that'll
until I
attach
was
and
heading
they'll
down the elevator. at
suck
5
all the
to
fucking air and it
1:30
should
a.m.
filter out
this
a
morning or
decent
whatever,
amount of
and
that
being like,
smell.
oh, there's
And
no
it
way
shouldn't
anybody's
really
here.
ever stink
Like
that
was
much
literally
until
how
like
tired I was. I was like,
near
there's
the end
no
of flower
chance
and
that
during the
everybody in our
drying.
office,
And that's what I
after what
that's
I
where
just
I
saw
am right
everybody
now.
doing.
I got
And I want to let you know we
some
celebrated
plants
the college
down
football
there.
season last
Had to.
What was last
Had
fall?
to.
And a lot
all
of
just
why-
peak
three was
maturity,
last
like
yeah, but also
Just
they were
fucking
kind of
loud.
lenient with that
Loud.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Felt like there was a lot. Of
I'm here acting like I'm
past
gonna
last
get
call.
rid of this knot
And
when
then
I'm
we get in
just
there. Pretty much, there was only
got the
4
headphones
people
on.
missing.
I'm an idiot.
Standard
That
humans,
bong
I
rip
think we
hate quick.
thought after seeing last night would be missing.
Yeah,
Makes
probably
sense.
top 4.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, check out my,
Foxy kinda slipped in
sure.
there.
Check out my
What's your
YouTube.
top
Foxy had
It's
the wrong time.
Trappist
Yeah, I
just had the
Farms.
wrong time. First time in my life
TRAP.
there.
Foxy was
Oh, yeah.
panicked.
I can
He
probably
sprinted
type it
down,
in.
Oh.
sweating through his bag. We're like, Foxy, there's still 2 guys.
Yeah,
still
I
in their
normally
beds.
need coffee. Didn't need it. Had a heart attack, so I was wide awake.
I don't got
Yeah,
a
it was a good morning.
I don't
So
have
I'm
a
happy we got
Discord,
everybody
but you
back
can
in.
hit me
Happy
up
we're
on
here today.
Instagram
But yeah,
at
didn't know
Tropical
about that Jimmy Kimmel
Farms
thing until after
or
the game, obviously, 'cause
my
there's no
YouTube's
service in
Tropical
any of these
Farms
stadiums.
also.
And to be honest,
So
I know there's a lot of people writing.
I should make
and I
a
just let anybody
Discord.
say anything. Well, I let a first ballot Hall of Famer who's the best football player.
I
in the
actually
history
just
of
started.
football,
I actually just started
say whatever
streaming like
opinions they would like to have.
literally the other
I
day,
think that's
and
considered journalism. We're
so
learning more
it's
about
dope
one
of
of
you
the
to
greatest
join and
athletes
be
of all
chatting,
time, I
bro.
think, than we ever have in the past. And I know you suits are going to say
Little sis gotta
but
go.
I thought I knew how today was probably going to go because of how loud it got.
Sure.
And
Wants
how
none
all
to
parties
do
don't
with-
love, like that
That's
whole
funny.
thing. Some
Yeah,
things
sorry,
I think
sis.
some
Yo, me
people
and
are
Dad
like,
talked,
Friday,
and
Yeah.
some people
we
when
weighed
they
out
get
the
like, things get
options,
real
and,
loud,
you
maybe
got-
we
you
don't
gotta go.
necessarily
You gotta
expect
go,
it to
girl.
get as loud. And I think we're all pumped for this week to go.
That's funny.
And then you learn of the entire beginning of the show happening. You're like,
No,
well,
you just
now
gotta
I'd be
teach her to
interested
grow.
to
Get her to
see how
fall
this
in love
weekend
with
is gonna go.
growing. Be like, nah,
So
you don't
I'd
have
let
to
everybody
smoke
know we're
it.
just as interested
Get her
as
to
you
fall
are.
in love with, or
And,
show her like the
yeah,
medicinal
that's coming in less than an hour.
effects and
I
how
wanna let
like
everybody
man,
know, we did ask
it
him if you
can
wanted to come in the noon
give
hour.
kids. It can
Just in
stop
case we
kids from
wanna
having like
rerun any of our
seizures
previous
and like
shows in
man,
the
it has
second hour.
people with
Because
Parkinson's
we
that are
assume
shaking like
today
it can
will
literally
be a
they'll take
crop
like
program.
THC syrup and like
after what we have been
be
through
able
this
to use their
morning.
hands and shit
But
again.
no,
It's crazy.
105
Show her
still
some
walked
shit
in.
like
It's
that
gotta
and like
get some stuff to do.
I
Obviously,
don't know
he's
if
a
she's
professional
really young or
athlete.
something. If that's the case,
And,
then yeah, forget about
I'm
it.
assuming
But if she's like
after
older
today,
or of age and like
just
she
gonna
just
move
doesn't want to
Definitely.
smoke,
Yeah,
like
of
that's
course.
cool. Get her to
Forgot.
fall in
Well,
love
I'm
with
excited
That's
to
what
learn
I'm
about.
saying.
I'm excited to learn about Schrodinger's
and
dog
providing
in the
people
second
that
hour.
need
That's
that
what I'm most
stuff
excited for
and then
learning.
get her just to
It's
grow
not
for you.
Who's
You
Schrodinger?
smoke all that shit down.
If you hear
The
it,
Dunning-Kruger effect, Tony.
It's easy to make.
Freddy
one of
Krueger?
it.
it's on me.
what did you think? What did you think, Jimmy Kimmel?
Schrodinger's dog.
Okay, like Pavlov's dogs or something.
There it is.
Ring the bell.
Is it Schrodinger's
Yeah.
cat? Is it
I'm picking
Schrodinger's?
the bong today. This shit is
Schrodinger's cat.
It is
disgusting.
Schrodinger's cat, yes.
Okay, there
If they
you go.
tell you there's a dead cat in that box,
Not all my
There's a
glasses
dead
that
cat in
dirty,
that
y'all.
box.
And
I
what
keep-
was the one that Jimmy
I
called
keep my
Dunning?
The
shit
Dunning-Kruger
clean. And this is
effect.
like
Which
that
basically
ain't
said
yellow
that
either.
Aaron's
That's
too
like
arrogant
just
to even
the
know
color.
he's
It's like
dumb
champagne.
in a field that's outside of like football, what he's naturally gifted at.
That's right.
Right.
Now he's obviously.
I won a bunch
the
of money
only
on
human in the
Michigan
world
last
that
night.
potentially
Y'all watched the
suffered from that
game?
Potential effect in the world that we
She's
are
still in
currently
high
living
school.
in.
Ah, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Remember, we just went through a
Gotcha.
Bitcoin time,
Yeah,
and
wait
then
till
a
she's
time,
Right.
and a
senior.
lot of things where everybody became experts very
18.
quickly.
Yeah.
Feels like we
Smart
should have
man.
known about this Dunning-Kruger phenomenal.
Perhaps.
Y'all watched that
So
game
we
last
appreciate
night?
Jimmy for that, and also like I
I
understand. why
knew
Jimmy
Michigan was gonna run
feels the way
away
he
with that
feels.
shit,
So,
bro.
I'm pumped
I
to
won
hear what
$100
happens in the
bucks.
second hour. I'm
I put
also
it on
pumped to
something. You
continue
know
to
you're
chatter
fucking
about our
gambling
brand new
degenerate
national
when you're putting money on
champions. D-Buck,
tennis.
You were on a sideline, 9-year NFL.
And like not even
It was
just
so cool
tennis
with
that
you
you're
guys.
watching. I put that shit on a
So
tennis
cool
match
with
at like
that,
4:30 in the morning
Why do
this
you think this
morning.
Michigan
Parlayed played with one tonight.
Was just so
the one this morning hit. Woke up to that, and I need the one tonight
because if you look back to what they did to
like
Alabama and Jalen Milroe,
200.
like wow, Alabama's.
So I am making money, baby.
This is terrible.
It's my day off, and I'm still grinding.
Didn't play horrendous. This is a completely different game.
The goal is to get this shit popping one day, bro. No joke.
Like maybe Michigan's defense,
and not even to make money from it, like just to be chilling here all my days off and shit, just after work, before work, and have a flood of people in here, and we can all just be vibing.
Do it again.
Whoa, did y'all hear that? That was Beanie Boy. Big yawn.
All year long.
Big yawn.
They just discipline, just like the offense. You know, Jerome Moore, what he's done with that offense, but they make you go the long hard way. I said it a bunch of times last night. They're not going to give up the big plays. Think about just off the top of your head how many times you saw missed open field tackles.
Yo, I got a fucking
playing a zone defense, rallying and tackling, stapling guys to the ground is a huge part of that.
Smack after
Will Johnson in the corner, I think he won a defensive MVP. I think Mike Sainristrell could have did it as well. So you also have some phenomenal players. We know how deep their defensive front is. So talented players, great coaches. When it all comes together, they're a tough team to beat. And, I mean, they left absolutely no doubt last night in anyone's mind in college football. They were champs.
Tell me when you send it.
This, four-team college
you
football.
You just at Ron Rivera's house?
Era, going into the next era now.
No way,
so we'll see what Harbaugh does. Because obviously he's a big part of that, being the head coach.
His birthday was, 2 days ago? Fired yesterday.
This year, you see how strong.
Get out of here. I can need to move the chat up.
Level because he did what he had to do at Michigan.
I think I can do this.
Or, he was talking about spring practice, too. So he just already ready to flip that page.
I forget who told us this last night. Maybe it was Matt Barry or Reese Davis or Stanford Steve. I forget who it was last night.
McElroy?
I think it was Stanford Steve. McElroy.
Could have been trying to get good at this streaming shit.
Slim Pete.
Yeah, Pete Rabbit.
Yeah. Slim Pete. Pete Rabbit was certainly in
there we go.
abundance last night. I guess it was Stanford Steve. Maybe he was talking to Scott Van Pelt after the game, and he said something about, we normally start spring practice on Valentine's Day because we love football.
Of course.
Bingo.
But I'm thinking about pushing that back a month. Yeah. That was the comment that he made. And everybody was like, spring practice, pushing it back a month. Wait a minute now. I think the hiring
my
of
phone
Donnie,
is
and I talked to a lot
my
of college
webcam right now, so
we're obviously
I'm gonna have to check it.
For Jim Harbaugh to potentially stay in college football.
I'm gonna try to figure this shit out.
The character.
Yo, we're the carpet cleaner for the Commanders. We have a contract. That's lit, bro.
Phenomenal.
I just did a reaction video yesterday to his firing. You gotta watch that on YouTube.
That his dad talked about. Whenever the people call him quirky, he's quirky.
Bro,
and his dad,
my brother just got season tickets this year, man. I'm a diehard. I just got 2 Sam Howell jerseys this year. So R.I.P. Ron Rivera and R.I.p. probably Sam Howell. We got the number 2 draft pick. I'm assuming Drake May or Caleb Williams. I'm assuming that's what's happening.
If that's the case, call me quirky too, and then walked off pretty much. It was almost like I'm sick of people calling my kid quirky. It's not. He's certainly one of one. And I think quirky would be a good word to describe him. But I think we're all kind of missing the fact that Jim Harbaugh is a phenomenal football coach. What that team went through this year, and he, in his press conference, wanted to make sure everybody was reminded and understood that, hey, we're innocent, by the way. Here's Jim Harbaugh basically cutting off Blake Corum with a question about the asterisk of the season because of what took place with the Connor Stallion situation. And remember, Jim Harbaugh knows a lot more than us about
anything
what was
on
investigated, what computers were taken, what cell phones were taken, what was looked through for this entire thing. And remember, the statement said that they believe Jim did not know any of this was happening.
I just got on Insta, though.
After the championship, being asked basically about how people should view this title, especially with the word cheaters trending last night on X. Here's Jim Harbaugh sticking up for his team.
Chunky Tokes.
This was not a season where everything went the way you wanted it to. There were the off-the-field issues, which we all know about.
Are you Chunky
Tokes?
Tokes?
Talk about the satisfaction having overcome those as well to get to this point. Does
Let's
it make
go.
It even sweeter?
Can I?
Yo, that's tough,
it
bro.
couldn't have gone better. It went exactly how we
Hold
wanted
up,
it
let's
to
get
go,
this. Watch this.
to win every game.
Ready for this?
The off the field
issues. I think I can do it. I think I can do it.
And we stood strong and tall because we knew we were innocent. And I just like to point that out. And these guys are innocent. And
yo, I did it.
Overcome that.
That's lit, bro. I don't want to know how much you paid for it.
We knew we were innocent. So, yeah. That's
I love
really
the claw shit, and bro, I fuck heavy. I don't have one, but with just the built-in screen.
That he is getting to enjoy
that's
this.
Dope.
But I also appreciate the fact that he's they've done the investigation.
Yeah.
The NCAA is going to try to do their investigation.
I love that.
We knew in our team meeting room that no matter what was
said if you don't mind me asking,
what
did you pay for it?
We're going to try to dominate the next day because it's the only thing that matters. And also, we didn't do shit. I asked Blake Corum, Blake, did you know they were running cover 2 whenever you were running for
boy's back looking uneven as hell.
And Blake said, no, I didn't know. They were like, man, they're Connor Stallions did. I asked Will Johnson, did you know they were running an out route when he jumped one pick? Did you know? And Will said, no. I was like,
108.
Connor Stallions do. So I stood up there and I said, I had no idea that this guy was doing this. And we all kind of rallied around that, actually, that everybody is going to be attacking how great we are as a team because of something that took place in here by a psychopath. I think a manifesto.
500
is normally,
I believe that's
he came back to the
worth 300.
Especially titling, and he was at the Rose Bowl. I don't know if he was at the
ring.
Oh, dude, I'm
I don't
an
think so.
idiot.
I don't think
so
he's
high.
He's
The camera was over there.
He's going to John.
This motherfucking bitch
because,
is like
Jeff
fucking
Sims
probably worth
actually
like
broke down
1,300.
exactly
I got
what
this
the
shit
ring
for like
looks like.
900. But this thing, I could
Yeah,
probably
I'm
sell.
having
Someone said I could probably sell the thing for $2,000. It's a
Right
Terry
up here,
Sharp.
but that's something that could rally the group, and they
You
clearly
should check
did
his
that.
shit
To
out
keep all
on
the distraction and noise out. 18 to
Instagram.
23-year-olds, incredible coaching job.
Came
Has
with
to
a
be talked about
box.
with Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
He can coach the shit out of football, and getting to sit down with him, you feel like his energy. It's
like it fits custom.
okay,
in
this
there.
guy loves ball more than you do, more than I do, and also this guy
his
wants to connect.
Instagram is
Like,
just
when he's
Terry
talking to
Sharp.
you, he's trying to make a connection. It's just like he oozes coaching, and I'm happy he spoke up for himself last night in the biggest moment.
You kind of mentioned too. Great sit down with him and
Yep,
DeBoer
came with the
as
Pelican case.
It just speaks to the leadership on
And
the team once again from the coaching staff.
My boy was
They're
having like a
veteran group, too. A lot of guys
33%
that
sale
came
that
back.
day at
So
his smoke
once you
shop
kinda
trying to get rid
that,
of shit.
Hey, it's us against everybody.
So,
Remember when all the players put out
and
the tweet,
homie in here. Other homie smoked out of it.
But
Grunt McKee.
That just speaks to that.
He said
team, how tight
he
they
said he
were.
thinks he
They
hit a
went
dab
there,
out of it
like
because
you
he goes
said,
to the
it went
smoke shop
exactly
in the
how they
area,
wanted to go.
and
If
it
you
was
drew up the
owned
game,
by
the
someone
perfect
before
game
me.
plan for them,
And
everybody
then they
in
sold
here,
it back.
we would also, run for 300
Co-signed
yards,
it to the
keep Michael Penix in the pocket, get after him,
smoke
limit
shop,
the
and then
run
I bought
game.
it.
And Michael Penix, he was a little off, but that was, I think, had a lot
Chase
to do
Adams
with that
already
Michigan
started
defense.
to
Obviously
do
playing
that.
his zone, having him rather. He was never comfortable in the pocket. He
I'm
did
gonna
miss
follow
some
him
throws.
right
I think Rome Odunze said he came.
Hey,
on
check
the
out
one he
the
missed, he
bud
ran
I
the
be
wrong
growing. You
route.
be
So
fucking
once
with.
again,
Oh,
Michigan did a great job.
Never happened all year.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Because
once.
the great job they do on
Adams.
defense, just like they do on offense with the formation shifting and motioning on defense, they hold looks for right before
Where
the
you
snap
from,
and
homie?
get to something. So your quarterback and your receivers have to be on the same page. So
Yo, he's got
can't
some
say enough
cool
about the
shit.
job that Harbaugh has done.
Yeah, and like the other thing we've talked about a lot is the football gods.
Hey, I think
the
I
football
see the
gods
piece.
had
Is that the
multiple
piece you
times
bought?
throughout the
No.
season to just cut Michigan down.
Denver,
into
that's
the mix.
what's
They started
so
out
he's-
without Harbaugh.
this
They
dude be
finished the
making
regular
them,
season
like,
without
claw.
Harbaugh. That is something the
What are those
football
things
gods,
called?
if
Like
they
the claw
really did
balls?
think,
Like, I see, like, all sorts
excuse
of-
me, if they really did know
I don't know.
that Harbaugh and the Michigan team were cheating,
shit's
they would have cut him down.
tough.
Corum would have fumbled on the goal line.
Some point.
My
Something
homie has a lot
would
of
have
those.
happened, and the Corky
Slides
thing
of-
what people are talking about.
he's
I
got
guess
some
they're not the
cool
same.
shit.
But like,
Titans
do
fire
people say that
Mike
about Pete
Vrabel.
Carroll? Because it feels like
Sheesh,
Pete
got the
Carroll's kind of the
update.
same jovial way.
Look, they gonna
taking
start
the shirt
talking about it
off
on Pat
with
McAfee
DK,
in a
like
minute.
You're talking about
Just
connecting
watch.
with players. Pete Carroll is in that Bill Belichick
Can you hear-
71
can you hear
elder
the,
statesman in the NFL, but he's still throwing 7-on-7.
hear
He's
the
still
Pat
jovial
McAfee
as
show?
ever.
Pete
Is it
Carroll
too
also one of
loud?
the
Is it like
coaches that has
decent
won,
volume?
Natty and
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
I'm
Yeah.
good to
Yeah,
this
so I think
shit.
there's only a few that have been able to do that. You might have to be able to
First
think
heady, yeah,
differently
dude, this-
if you're going to be connecting with 18-year-olds
Yeah.
and 35.
This was my first
and Jim
and
Harbaugh
not my
has been
last,
able to do that
but
at a high level. And last night he gets a chance
I'm content
to
with that
celebrate
right now,
a little
man.
bit for all his hard
That's
work.
what's
Joining us now is a
expensive.
man who had an incredible season. Was on the call last night alongside his
Oh, I
dog
got you.
and Chris Fowler and Holly Rowe. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Herbstreit. Herbie, how we doing?
Is this any better?
We're waiting on you.
I'm trying to get good little medium where you can hear both.
I'm echoing.
Can you hear us now?
But
I hear you.
I think you had your hand underneath. Anyways, where the hell were you? What
at
happened?
least to give me something to look at and people to look at so it's not awkward as hell when I don't know what to say.
What's that about?
Oh, too quiet. Let's go. I need you, though. I need that. Appreciate the fucking input.
For just a quick hello.
All right, we
I
sitting.
did a quick hello.
Supposed to
And then,
We sitting right here.
I did a quick hello. It was one of the best
We
quick
sitting
hellos
right
How
here.
you doing? Keep
I've
moving.
ever done in my entire
Textbook.
life.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody in here. Hello. And then I thought you were gonna do because you.
Oh
know,
yeah. All right,
the
let's switch.
longer
Let's
hang.
switch back to
And
the.
then, hey, how are the boys doing down in the lobby? Yeah, that's what we thought was gonna
Other
happen. But we
cam.
missed you. Want to let you know, the boys handled themselves well. They couple guys missed the shuttles this morning, missed their alarms.
I need one of them
Woken up with
pads where I can
security
just
wellness checks
touch and flip
in their
everything
hotel room
around.
this morning.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, two of those guys. Yeah, we had a great college football national championship.
Yes, we did.
All right, let's talk about it. Michigan's so dominant. like just a phenomenal game. And we talked in the hallway a little bit before you just decided to bail completely on all of us down in the lobby. We talked about how Washington could have got back in.
What the hell?
Like it's a 14-point game, 17-point game or whatever. Washington makes a play. Maybe they're all the way back in.
Why?
And what they were able to do all year, they just weren't able to do last night. And I think it's time that we give credit to Michigan's defense for making teams look worse.
Unprofessionality.
The rest of the year.
Hold on.
What were your
My
thoughts
baby
on the game
boy
last
wants to
night?
say
And
what's
as you were
up.
calling it, were you thinking about like, damn, Michigan
what up,
winning
boy?
the national championship
Hey,
first time, long time.
Let's do a trick or something.
I was.
Hey,
you always have your thoughts whenever.
Yeah, what a big boy.
And like
Hey, y'all fuck with the collar?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Could go
sir.
one way or the other. I wondered if Michigan would be able to get Michael Penix. Keep in mind, Pat, the style that Jesse Minter used against Alabama in Milroe, who's a very different quarterback in his run threat.
Yeah, they are a little bit pricey, and I need to find two good webcams that I can set rather than using my fucking iPhone, so I can be on my phone. But I want to have one set up like over there, and then one set behind me. I got a lot of shit planned with this stuff, man. I got a bunch of guests lined up for like YouTube videos / kind of live streams. I'm gonna start interviewing some growers, some people making genetics, just maybe some musicians. Like all sorts of shit. So I'm trying to keep this train rolling, catch a vibe, meet some people, kind of build a little bit of a community. I don't know, man. I just think it'd be dope, man. I do this shit all the time, and like might as well meet some people and just like have a good time while doing it. So I lost my lighter. I'm struggling here. It's in my lap. Found it. Some Rec Market Dispo weed and rosin was sent to the IG as well. And like nothing. But yo, peep the rosin that I made, bro. Well, my boy Nova Melts, he processed it for me. I grew it, and he showed me the ropes. So I've washed with them like 3-4 times. Dude, I have dropped this lighter 6 times now. Your boy is struggling.
Focus on the mission with all the distractions.
Dude,
I
wish this run that I'm finishing right now, if you check my story, I wanted to wash it, but it's not gonna wash well. Like those strains are better for smoking than, man, they smell crazy. So I'm content with either or. But I don't think they're gonna wash really well just based on the strains. The one's Dark Desire, it's Cap Junkie and KY Jealousy Cross. Gas, bro. It smells so fucking good.
Yeah, exactly.
And I dried a branch out like 2 weeks ago early just because I was fucking dying to taste it. So it just dried out like 3 days ago. So I was able to smoke a bud of it the first time. Pre-cure. After you dry them, you got to jar them and cure them. There's a whole process. But it tastes so damn good. Pre-even curing and jarring it. So like, it'll taste even better.
On the offensive side, Sharon Moore, now interim head coach for the last 3 games. We saw how emotional he got afterwards against that Penn State team where he was so thankful for Harbaugh and the opportunity. And I think he knew at that time what we all kind of learned going forward is like none of them knew that was happening. So that's why they were super emotional.
Appreciate that, bro.
A bunker mentality taking place. He's in line, right?
Yeah, bro. If you look back, some of the shit I grew.
Doesn't that seem like an actual
excuse me.
Right there for the Michigan team?
You want toy?
Sugar
cane.
And
a star. Yeah, the sugar cane was crazy. I think it's pinned at the top of my Instagram. Formation on the buds were just crazy looking, bro.
Which is a dominant offensive line that really sets.
I just popped a shit ton of genetics. It's not on my story right now, but man, I got like 5 different strains growing. Modified watermelon one, cereal milk, Dark Desire again. I got clones of the one I'm growing. White truffle. There's another one, Sherbsicle.
We often watch these college games, and it's
I don't even know, but and Hella Jelly, it's called. Used to be called Jelly. What used to be called? Jelly Rancher. Yeah, Jelly Rancher. Grown by Humboldt or bred by Humboldt seeds.
kind of an old school approach on both sides, but the plan they put together.
Yeah, dude, get into it, man. I started about, when did I start? 2018, 2019. So it's been about 5-6 years. And honestly, it's really just been like the past year and a half that I've really been getting into it. The beginning, I was just kind of learning the basics. Just had one tent, just doing one run at a time. I would fail, but I would learn something. I would get mites. I still smoked that shit anyway. Dude, I got these spider. I lived in Los Angeles for a little bit, and I grew. It was my first grow ever. 3 decent plants. I was so fucking pleased. I was like, just so pleased. First plants ever. And then near the end of flower, I was starting to see like some of the leaves were like just looking funny. And I had a little loop, like a jeweler's like magnifying glass to look. And you're supposed to look to see like when the trichomes are ready. They turn milky when they're ready to be harvested. And I was just looking to look at the leaves, like what's going on. And I see these little teeny mites. Look like fucking crabs is what it looks like. Little baby crabs or some shit. Little mites, dude. Walking around the fucking buds, and not just 1 or 2, like 15, like 30 on each bud, maybe even more than that. And you know what? It was my first grow ever. It still smelled good. Your boy smoked that shit. Your boy smoked all that shit. I did one Google search. Will I die from this? Once I saw him, no. 20 blunts already rolled, bro. That shit was good. Gorilla Glue. It was Gorilla Glue 4. I think that was it. I don't know if there's another strain. I think I just grew like 2 of the same plants or something. Yes, sir. So I got high and I smoked a little extra protein out of it. I don't understand why they like the weed or how they even get there, bro. I think the terpenes. So I think the terpenes. One thing, the soil. So I think the soil is how they get there. A lot of times it's a lot of just like some of the nutrients, organic nutrients. Man, it's like, I mean, sometimes it's not shit, but there's bat shit in there. So the actual bat shit. There's old fish guts, but like processed. There's like crab processed shells. So there's shit in there that sugars and shit in there that, man, that they would possibly want, and flies and fungus gnats just want to get into. But yeah, and I think also the terpenes in the flowering, but because a lot of times they get in there when it's flowering, man, like, or not the terpenes, the trichomes with terpenes are in. I think they smell like the sugars in it, or like. I don't know. I think they're attracted. I think they want to. You know what it is? I think they want to get high, just like me and you. And these motherfuckers sniff out the weed, and they find that shit. They're the ultimate stoners, is what they are. They find weed and they fucking get there, fuck, accumulate, and get blazed, and then die in a fucking thing of glory, straight flames. My biggest thing when it comes to getting into growing is learning what nutrients to use and shit like that. Bro, I'm gonna start teaching classes on this motherfucker if that's what it takes. No joke. I'll come on here and answer questions and do just grow help, and I'll show my grows. We can do hands-on. I'll do like I should be chopping my plants down in the next like 4 days, so maybe I'll do a live stream of that, me chopping my plants, hanging them, and then I'll be trimming and curing and drying in the next 3 weeks or so. So that could be another thing that I stream. And I got plants. I got babies right now. I got little seedlings, and I've got plants that are this big in veg. So I can start streaming and showing my process of feeding, what nutrients I use, like full down rundown and super simple. Because man, that's what I need. I mean, you can for sure find some shit on YouTube. But I think at the end of the day, for Jim Harbaugh, Reddit forums and YouTube, like you definitely can get decent help on there. And like that's what I did. But like if it's nice if like literally if you're not in a stream where there's 8 million people and they're not even like get into your question or whatever, and you can ask like some hands-on questions. Bro, I don't mind. I've been doing this shit I ain't an expert by any means. I mean, I'm well on my way. I'm trying to get there, but man, there's so much to learn always, man. I'm always learning with this. But I got like 15, 20 successful harvests, 25 successful harvests under my belt. But like I said, still always learning, and I'm still failing every once in a while. There's still, man, sometimes still shit happens, and you live and learn. That's what happens. And the first advice that I'd give you is to just get the shit and go. Go onto Amazon and look up grow tent and or just like grow setup kit, and like get like a 4x2 tent. It'll come with a light exhaust fan that might be like $300 or something like that. But bro, just do it. Just do it. And you might have to spend another fucking $40 on soil, and you might have to spend another $50 on seeds. But other than that, that should be it. And then nutrients. Then I don't know if you can get the. I'm using Floraflex nutrients right now, but the best easy go-to for a beginner always is the Fox Farms, and I use Fox Farms soil. So Fox Farm nutrients there's just like a 3-pack series. It's just like Spider Farmer tent. Hell yeah. Element to him. He just has fast space, 3 steps out sometimes. Yeah, for sure. He's angelic. Yeah. For sure. So, dude, that would be sweet if I could start doing little lives like that. Even get a couple more people that are growing. Maybe even people in the chat also to answer some shit. But just kind of build a little community. We can fucking make a Discord server and like share our weeds, share some shit, post updates. Ben's like, friend. I don't know. I'm excited to start this. Like I said, this is like my 3rd or 4th like ever like stream actually sitting here. I've never had like a background like this. I still don't even have a name. I don't know if I'm gonna be Baked Banter. I've been thinking about changing the podcast to Tropical Thoughts because my Instagram and YouTube is Tropical Farms, and that's kind of the brand I've been building is Tropical Farms. So I thought about the podcast being Tropical Thoughts, but people might not understand that. Baked Banter is kind of just like hell yeah, bro! If you could do that, because I'm every day, and just invite me as a manager or host or whatever, because I'm an idiot when it comes to that. It took me a little to learn this streaming shit, but I'm getting there. I'm proud of myself, man. I flipped the camera to my phone. I showed the bowl. I flipped it to the front cam. Look at your boy. Look at your boy. I feel like a 40-year-old man. Fucking not even 40. That's pretty young now that I'm getting older. I feel like a 60-year-old man, and me explaining to my dad basically how to use like a fucking remote or a cell phone. Like, bro, how do you not understand this? And literally, that's me with so much shit now. So it's happening. I'm getting getting old. I think my Discord name's Tropical Farms, so I think it works out. My phone's over there. I think it's Tropical Farms.
I apologize. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate your entire team. You guys, we got a taste of you last year coming around, but this year having you around.
Look that up. I'm pretty sure it should be like a picture of like a nug of weed. I think. I can't remember what my profile picture is.
It's been a huge blessing to College Game Day, and Pat, you specifically, everything you brought to the show this year.
Invite some homies to stream. Hell yeah. Yes. Great idea. I'm 1000% doing that.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I got a plant drying right now, so that's.
Hell of a year together. We went from one side of the country to the other. Right. We're in hills and hot weather. And
sorry, I was like hearing feedback. I got a plant drying right now.
And then we wrapped it all up with the
should be done drying in like 6 days, 5 to 8 days, pretty much. And then, I mean, I don't need 5 people to come do that one. But after that plant, I mean, I got 7 plants that are gonna be done here in like the next week. Next like 4 or 5 days, I'm chopping them all down. So they're gonna be drying for the next like 7 to 14 days, and then they'll be ready to trim.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I like the dry trim. You can do wet trim, which is when you like the day you harvest, you trim them. But I like to dry them, slow dry them. When you dry them slower in a cool environment, it preserves the terpenes, and a slow dry, it helps get all the chlorophyll out, and the chlorophyll is that nasty smell, that nasty taste, or it tastes like hay, or like just it does not taste fucking good, and it happens a lot with like homegrown shit.
They were doing it. Then all of a sudden,
so that's
kind of cooled off. Now, is that because the AFC South got so damn
Let's
dominant?
wait to get to not do that. I think it's time for another bong rip and a fruit cup.
Because they had to lose some guys in key spots.
Oh, them peaches just squirted on me.
I don't think anybody on earth thinks that Mike Vrabel's a bad coach, but I do know that Schefter told us yesterday that
hey, I told you I'm a Washington
on
fan.
The hiring of the new GM that took place about a year ago. So the new GM will be able to get the head coach that he's been looking for, and hopefully Vrabel
we fucking
will be
suck.
able to get to a place.
I will say that.
That he. Woo! Yes! It's the greatest day of my life! God! They fired him too.
Fired him. They didn't part ways.
Idiots.
They fired Ohio guy, Mike Vrabel, with Super Bowl champ.
Yeah, did you look at Instagram?
Mike Vrabel.
Firing means you got to pay him.
Yeah, you do.
No, I didn't. You said you sent something else.
You don't fire Mike Vrabel.
Yes.
So here's the reason why that mulleted psycho is so happy right now.
We're back.
I got you.
Because
Give me your
there's a lot of conversations around New England. What's
that.
Bill Belichick going to do? Is he going to move on? Is he going to stay?
You know what, dude? You just motivated me. I feel bad, though. It's my last
But I just watched a series preview about the dynasty. That sure feels like probably
All right,
the end.
well, it's the last dab. It's really a baby dab. There's not much in there.
On Apple. Now, whatever the case,
but I'll take it up the rig. Why not?
Who obviously has close connections with that New England Patriots organization.
Yeah. Yeah, he does that. In close connections, I think, is an understatement.
He's in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He's in the Hall of Fame up there. And you, right now, seemingly are sick to midnight about the thought of, a guy who gets New England Patriots football is potentially available.
Not just a guy who gets New England Patriots
kind of like, this shit is like...
If Bill
leads. I mean, this morning.
Kind of
we
dry.
are flying back, and I am saying...
So it's like
Bill's
crumbling up. I got to try to
met once,
clump it all together.
There's a chance McDaniels is coming back. Bill is staying. That was the conversation around the Patriots yesterday. I mean, I'm happier than a pig in shit. I get Bill Belichick
trying to get the most...
I get Mike Mother Vrabel. From Ohio.
That was good.
The guy who, you see who this is right here? You see who this guy is? This
Oh.
All-Pro, Hall of Fame corner.
With the Foxborough Police badge.
Foxborough Police right there. But one of the
it's
best.
Like crumble. I might just have to.
Goddamn country.
Yinzer.
That's what I'm going to do.
This is Super Bowl. I don't know if you know what funny
enough.
Let
me drop it in.
Let me turn this around. You see what that score says back there?
Wow.
Oh, no.
All right.
If that's not an omen, I don't know.
I'm an idiot.
Drop the helmet.
You think that's... Oh, if that's an omen? Hold on. Let me just grab that shirt real quick.
We'll see if this even works. I should have... The last dab that I took, I was going to take it all then, and I should have just taken it all then.
Maybe that's the omen. But back to the...
By the setup this paycheck. If it's something you want to get into...
29 right there against Carolina, yeah. Okay.
And like I said, if you just have like, you can get a really little one, and if you just have like one or two plants, man, it's not gonna stink. And like until the end of flower and drying time. And bruh, then just seal your room and light some candles around the house and keep the house fucking.
I'm not out on Bill. Bill might
so your parents aren't bitching at you or whatever.
Guess what? There's been a lot of talk about Bill relinquishing GM duties. What if he goes full-time GM? What if he says, you know what?
Vrabes can coach. I have respect for him.
I love Mike Vrabel. He's been through the ringer. He's one of my guys.
Industry.
I drafted him.
Hell yeah, bro.
Dips. Sigs,
I should have when I lived in Los Angeles for like 3 years after I went to after I graduated college in Virginia, Radford University, 2018. Moved out to LA, doing music and shit, and I worked for Costco. But like my dream, and I started growing, but my dream was still just like getting in the industry, and I should have just like I should have really started
Yeah, it's like I think everybody.
You know, working at a dispensary or working at a grow and
coach.
Wow.
just didn't do it.
At college,
All right,
in
let's see if we
college,
can
everybody in Ohio right now, state of Ohio, is like, what happened in the Cotton Bowl Classic? Have we beat Michigan in a while? Oh, they're the national champions. We're just a little brother down here, Team South. Vrabel needs to come coach Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, probably.
There's people in Ohio saying that. Ryan Day, we're fans of. I'm just
like
speaking
a bunch
about
of crumble.
reality and just how this goes. There's going to be a lot of humans in a lot of cities that have football teams.
I hope I get a little bit of smoke out of this.
Thank you, Tennessee Titans, for not only paying him, but also just giving him the opportunity to talk to him. It's not like a trade or a go do whatever the hell you want for the next however long you want. And Tone Diggs is over there jacked up as well.
Well, to quote the great Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. Okay? If Mike Tomlin's thinking about stepping away,
which Glazer reported.
Shefty said it's going around some NFL circles. Why not bring Vrabel home to where he started? And he's Bill Cowher reincarnated.
This
that's who he is.
Where he's
Honey Banana.
Do you see that? One of these teams is in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Exactly.
Pittsburgh Steelers are in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be saying it if Glazer and Shefty didn't put ideas in my head.
That's two towns right
there. Fuck it.
Wow. That's two towns talking about They don't know if either of those jobs are
Bane loves the smell of that.
Bill might stay.
Oh, Lord, baby.
Happening if it does.
Mama.
Tomlin might coach for another 100 years, which we all assume, but Jake Glazer
and Lord.
are very tight. They're not how about like Tepper?
He's a stoner.
Tepper has a lot of money. Second wealthiest owner in all of sports. He's been waiting for an alpha, I think, to tell him to shut up.
Yeah, you can get like not even they're smaller than the 4x2s. There's like 3x.
Would seemingly be that particular character.
Man, you can get literally like a little
but this is not normal.
One that's good for just one tent, where you can just get like a little one pot of soil, a little thing, and just grow little plants like this, and just start to get the hang of it. And that shit definitely won't stink. If you do like one plant, definitely won't stink. And like just come the time of like when you're harvesting, light up, like just close your room or wherever you're growing and like just keep some scent stuff around the house or something. But one plant won't be any worse than you having 2 ounces of weed in the house or an ounce of weed in. Like it won't be any worse. Near the end of flower, like I will say, when they're on the stalks, like sometimes them shits do be.
What did you say?
Just expelling some odors, but you go with one plant.
Mike, coach, excuse me. Come to New England.
Even if not, I'm still an advocate for doing it. Say, fuck it.
Bob Kraft, you were just sitting next to him. I assume there's a couple leanovers like.
Dude, I haven't had a couple peaches.
Yeah. What do you think about hiring your own GM? What do you think about hiring your own?
That's tampering. That's crazy. That would be a
That's not tampering. That's not
22 years.
That's not tampering.
Probably though.
Trying
to do clones and scenes.
That's not.
So I would say start from seed. That's what I did. Actually, so my first one I ever did. Hell yeah, Grunt. You the fucking man. Appreciate that. I'm gonna get up in there after the stream.
You guys suck. That's the reality of the situation.
I did autoflower my first ever plant I ever did. Sorry, I gotta turn this volume down.
Someone will want to go and coach there, and maybe then you'll win. And yeah, sure. Tennessee's got their new quarterback.
First plants I ever did, 2018, were from seed, and they were autoflowers. I just put them in the tent, set the light at like 18.6, which is 18 hours on, 6 off. And I maybe 22 or like 20 hours on and 4 off. With autoflowers, it doesn't matter the light time. You can keep them on 24 hours on. They're basically, from the time you plant them, they're basically on a ticking time bomb from when they're going to start to flower. So they're not going to wait to their certain height. I mean, sometimes I've seen them be just this tall and they'll start to flower. So it really just depends. But
what does he wear? You know, he wears that vest. Yeah, he wears.
I would start. Sorry, I'm getting a call from my mom. I'm like, oh, my phone's over there. I gotta call her back. I'm supposed to go over there and pick up some shit. So I know I'm gonna have to stop this soon. I gotta pick up. The hell do I gotta pick up? My dog ripped up our blanket. What's the word for the blanket on the fucking bed? It's the main cover. I don't know. Ripped it up, so my mom got us an extra king size sitting in the attic. But, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go do that. Make a run. I'll be back on here in like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Peace, love, comforter. Yeah, sorry, I was on a different fucking thing. I just seen the chat. Y'all seen the videos? The kid, it's the two black kids, and they're like, you don't even know the word. He's like, he eat a ham, and the other kid that he's fighting, is like, sandwich. He's like, yeah, sandwich. Oh, if you haven't, look up on YouTube, like, kid forgets the word for sandwich. Two little black kids, funny as shit. Yeah, look. That shit's so funny. That's exactly what I just did. But alright, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in here and chatting with me. Fucking Dice, you the man. Grunt, you the man. I'm hopping on the Discord in a second. Alright, y'all. Later.